bigger people almost just not go to the gym, and if they do go to the gym then they're definitely faking it. Like, it's not true. I desperately need to get my life back together. I've still got jet lag. I'm about 5 days out from returning to the UK. My mental health is just getting worse. I started tracking my energy levels, brain power and emotional state on these sticky notes because I was trying to figure out why I'm struggling to do as much work as I need to do, and they're all coming out like super low. That was yesterday's as well, and it only decreased throughout the day. I'm really bad at like knowing how I'm feeling and checking in with myself, so I've been using that and it's actually been really helpful, but it's been a bit of an alarm bell for me. This is mostly because I've been to the CrossFit Games and I was like super overwhelmed, and then I'm still recovering from all of that, the excitement, the jet lag, and I haven't got back to a proper routine yet. I feel like if I don't sort it out, it's definitely going to spiral into like depression or a mood episode, which we don't want. I had 2 weeks off the gym and I went back on Saturday, and it made me so sore that I skipped my next gym session, and I was just so drained, and it was the most horrible gym session I've ever had as well. It felt like I was trying to do burpees in mud and like run through mud. Clearly exercising with jet lag is horrendous. I don't know how anybody that works night shifts or struggles with sleep manages to still exercise. It was awful. I've not been drinking enough water, I've not been getting enough sun, I've not been eating properly, and when I was in the US I was like restricting food because I tend to do that when I'm stressed and I didn't realise I was doing it. I just kind of stopped eating, so I need to make sure I get back into a full-on routine with that when I'm back here. I wasn't getting enough nutrients either. I feel like I haven't been getting enough nutrients either. I feel like I need to eat a lot more veggies today. What's that quote? Like, you're a complicated plant. That's how I feel like I need to treat myself. So today I'm going to try and pull my life back together. In between the work that I've got to do, I'm going to try and do some self-care things that I need to do around the house. As you can see, the house is a bit of a mess. I just need a little nudge to help me better look after myself and get me out of this rut that I'm in at the moment. My body still feels really sore and I really don't want to go to the gym, but I am going to try and go to the gym today. But first I need to make myself a wholesome breakfast so I've got enough energy to train. I really missed having my kind of like savoury breakfast food in the US. Sausages for breakfast doesn't seem like a massive thing over there, and it's been nice to come back and have my English muffin with sausage, bacon and egg and a bit of spinach. It's so good. If you watch my CrossFit Games vlogs, you'll know I had like a really weird reaction to some of the food in America, like even the ketchup, and I think it was that high fructose corn syrup thing. I don't think it's bad. It's obviously just another type of sugar, but I think I had a weird reaction to it. Since I've got back, everything is fine. I can eat all of the things that I felt like I should have been able to eat in America here, and it's totally fine. It's not affecting me, but it was really weird. I feel like being outside this morning is a good idea to try, and apparently that's how you get rid of jet lag, is to get outside and get in the sun as soon as possible. I didn't do CrossFit yesterday, but I did go to a commercial gym with my partner, and that was really good fun. Unfortunately, I'm at like 75% recovery, and I feel like I do need to get back to CrossFit, but I'm gonna give myself permission to go slow if I need to and just put in as much effort as I have and not put too much pressure on myself, because at the moment the goal is just to get back to it and not to like smash every workout and be the best I can possibly be. Like when you've stopped, you get so sore that there's no point in pushing yourself to do what you could do a couple of weeks ago, because that's not going to happen immediately. It's just getting back into the gym is the main goal. Okay, I'm ready to go to the gym, but I'm so tired. I really don't want to go. I feel like people assume that those of us that work in fitness, like I'm an online coach and personal trainer, that we are constantly motivated, and it's not true at all. In fact, a lot of the time I feel like this, I'm not motivated, and I have to just commit to doing the session, and then when I turn up like 10 minutes in, I feel motivated. Sometimes it doesn't come at all, and that's okay. You know, when you're just like really not feeling it though, that's where I am right now. But we're gonna do it anyway because I know it's gonna make me feel better. Let's go. No, I still don't want to go. I still feel like it's 2 AM and I shouldn't be awake. But I am feeling a little bit better. My playlist kind of perked me up a little bit, so I feel like I am ready to train. And I definitely want to snatch. I haven't snatched in a while. I didn't do any CrossFit while I was away. I just cycled to the CrossFit Games. I'm back. I am excited to get back to it. It's just the first session was so gross and awful that I'm worried that this one's gonna be the same. Do you ever get like the fear? You get like, you think it's gonna hurt really bad, so you don't want to do it. I get that with CrossFit a fair amount, especially when I've had like a couple of days off, a week off, whatever. I just get the fear. I'm gonna enjoy it. I know I'm gonna enjoy it, so we're gonna do it anyway. I didn't think burpees could get any worse, but burpees with jet lag are the worst thing I've ever done. I know it doesn't sound like I enjoyed it, but I really did have fun, and I'm so glad that I went. Now I need to go home, have a shower, get some food, and figure out some more self-care things to do. Hello, little one. I'm just going loopy because I'm home. Water. I need to make sure I'm drinking enough water today because I've been neglecting my hydration so badly. So of course my energy levels right now are a bit lower because I've just done a workout. I hope as soon as I eat I'll start to feel a bit better. One thing is like absolutely hilarious about the comments. I get quite a lot of troll comments, as you probably know, most of which are on YouTube. And one of the most common ones is they'll say that I only work out for the length of the video, and this comment usually comes up on my shorts, which are like 30 seconds long to a minute, and they think that I literally work out for that length of time. Those people have clearly never been to a CrossFit class. CrossFit classes are an hour long. There is no way a coach would let you just do 30 seconds and then leave. And also when I go and do my own workouts, like I'll do something that I've programmed and then I'll also do some like Olympic weightlifting on top of that as well, and I end up doing like 2 hours. There's no way I'm paying like £50 a month for a gym membership and not using it. They just cling so much to the idea that big girls don't work out, that you can't be both big and fit. Bigger people must just not go to the gym, and if they do go to the gym then they're definitely faking it. Like, it's not true. I know society has made us believe that fitness is an aesthetic, but once you start thinking about it, you don't have to try that hard to see through it and realise that like the military, the police, etc., they test for fitness. They don't look at your body and go, yeah, they're fit. They test it. So yeah, newsflash, you can be big and fit and train for hours in the gym and still be big. Also, see my tan lines? How ridiculous are they? Got like a line. It's because I was wearing a lot of those like strappy tops when I was away, and I've got like a double strap tan mark and it's awful. But it is what it is. So I've got a couple of hours to myself to just do a little bit of work, have some food, have a shower. And I've got a meeting at 2 with my nutrition guide, Johnny, who is teaching me about intuitive eating and trying to guide me through the process rather than me like going it alone. I know a lot about intuitive eating already, but I need somebody to kind of hold my hand through it and help me get out of some of the old like diet culture stuff. I'm looking forward to that, but in the next couple of hours I need to try and get my energy back, just make myself feel a little bit more myself. Thankfully my mood has definitely picked up after going to the gym, and I did enjoy it. I loved it and it was really nice being back, and that fear that I had before, I mean, it was kind of justified because that workout was horrible, but it wasn't as bad as I made it out to be, and I'm not as tired or as sore as I thought I was going to be straight after. Obviously tomorrow will be a different story, but we'll see. Oh my god, that actually felt like the best shower of my life. I feel so much better. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Like, I'm still tired, I definitely need some food, but that shower really helped. My dog is jumping up at me. Hi! Hey, sweetie. She will literally like sit directly outside the shower and I'm in there because she misses me. We do not have enough space for our laundry in this house. In the US, your houses and hotel rooms and literally everything is 10 times bigger. Oh, speaking of America, I have this issue. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know. This is one of the smaller ones. I accidentally grew a load of big courgettes. You call them zucchinis. You lot on Instagram recommended that I made some zucchini bread. I made it. It's literally insane. It's so nice. I'm gonna have a little bit, and then I think I'm also gonna make a smoothie because I just need some like fruit in my body. How did I not know about this before? I'm gonna put literally everything in this smoothie right now. These, oh god, these clearly need using. My partner bought these when I was away and I said that I'd use them, especially when they're like super ripe and sweet. I quite like that. This is like homegrown cucumber. I might put some of this in it. I tend to put like loads of fruit in the smoothie and then it'll be really big and then it will last me a few days. Ooh. Literally emptied the whole protein thing into the smoothie maker. Oh no. I got as much out as I could without getting any fruit. I'm out of milk as well. Seriously, I'm such a mess at the moment. You can tell I've got jet lag, can't you? Still looks good. It tastes amazing. How cute is she? I would be outside, but my neighbour likes to sing and wail at the top of her voice and it's doing my head in. How cute is that, right? I could just have cuddles. This is lifting my mood quite a lot. I think I need to go to the shops though and get some milk because I can't live without coffee. I also really want something like chicken thighs for tea, I think. I need something nutritious. I'm going to do like a side of like broccoli or some kind of veggies. So I might try and get the shops in before my meeting at 2. She's so cute. Ah! Ah! Okay, so shops. I definitely need milk. And I could do with something to eat for tea that I really want. That's another thing that I noticed about the US. You don't seem to have like corner shops. So where I live, I basically have 3 corner shops that are like a 10-minute drive from the house or less. One of them is literally just around the corner from my house, and the other one is like 4 minutes, and this one is like 10 minutes. This one is like a bigger corner shop, but it's still a corner shop. And then I go to a supermarket when I'm going to do like my weekly shop. And we go to these like if we need milk for coffee, which again, you guys have creamer, which blew my mind. Or like any vegetables or anything that you're just running out of, or mostly like chocolate on like a weekend if you're having like a movie night. It's perfect. But yeah, like let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe it was just the state that I was in, but I noticed that there were barely any like corner shops or anything like that. I was influenced when I was in there. I was thinking about the stuff that I missed when I was in America, and crumpets was one of them. Even though I don't eat crumpets regularly, I saw them, I just had to get some. I've got chicken and mushrooms for tea. I'm going to have it with some potatoes, which I've already got, and broccoli. While I was out, I kind of realised that a smoothie and a bit of cake is not actually lunch. I probably need a little bit more. I've got loads of meal prep in the fridge. It tastes amazing. It would make me feel amazing. However, I don't want that much, so I'm quite full off the smoothie. So I think I'm just gonna have a salmon salad. I love salmon salads. It's like my favourite meal on earth is a salmon salad. So I'm gonna have that for lunch, and maybe a crumpet. What's remarkable is I feel like getting out of the house is already making me feel better. I'm going into basically isolation mode, which is what I tend to do when I'm not feeling great or I've got a bit of low mood stuff going on. And like gaining a bit of momentum, doing some things that are going to make me feel good has definitely improved my mood. I should do one of those mood tracker things in a minute and see if it's had any impact. Yes, I'm having a crumpet while I'm waiting for my salmon. Marmite is definitely a love or hate thing. It's like a thing in the UK where you either in the Marmite camp or not. I don't eat crumpets very often, but it's such a comfort food, and this is definitely having an impact on my mood. It's so worth it. Oh my goodness, how amazing does that look though? Oh. That salmon was absolutely insane. It was so good. Right, I'm gonna get work done for a couple of hours, but I'm gonna do my mood tracker thing just briefly to see if it's improved. I don't know, upside down. Brain, power, energy, and mood. So this morning, they were definitely like all down here. And now I'm definitely like here. So I feel like I've got more energy to do my work. And I feel like I'm kind of ready. My dog's sniffing my arm. I feel like I've got more energy to take on like my work tasks and stuff. And then my energy levels are definitely higher. I think I've just eaten a couple of the foods that my body really needed and got in some of the nutrients that I needed. I've replenished my energy after the exercise. And obviously my energy was so low this morning. But for some reason, exercising and then eating a load of healthy foods and drinking enough water, it's like, it's now up here, which is good. And then my mood is 1000% up here. I feel so much happier. I feel so much calmer, less stressed. The only thing I'm a little bit stressed about is I've got a load of work to do and I need to get doing that before I have my meeting. And then I've also got mental health group tonight, which I haven't been to in ages because I've been away. And that, I think, is going to be one of the best things for me, to just kind of offload all of the stuff that's been going on and chat to people that get it. It helps my mental health so much. But I've got quite a lot to do before then. But so far, we're looking good. If I had a little bit more time today, I'd probably go for a walk and get in a bit of sun. I might do it if I have time, but I probably won't. I also might tidy the kitchen because it's a mess, but if I don't get it done today, I'll do it tomorrow. We're not trying to fix everything in one day. There's no sense in going from 0 to 100. I'm just trying to change some small things that are going to make me feel better and create a little bit of momentum so I can continue and hopefully have more days where my mood and my energy levels are a lot higher than they have been. Hey! I totally forgot I had like the fantasy background, but I'm keeping it. I love fantasy books, don't I? So I feel like I'm in one of my books.
So how was the games? How was the trip to the States?
Oh, it was insane. It was so good, but like so overwhelming, and like I struggle like really badly with like overwhelm and the impact on my mental health, and like now I'm on the way out of like a bit of a slump. It's the whole weird thing with the food out there, isn't it? It's so strange. Everything is so sweet, and I find that like anything that's remotely healthy there is like so expensive. I spent $90 just getting like just some random bits from an organic food store. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, so like social inequality there is a much bigger issue, it seems, than it is here.
So basically what happened is I got to the US, I ate the food and like took some photos of what I'd eaten, because I was like it was like jelly and not jam, and then I got back into my hotel room and I was like, holy fuck, what is happening? And my heart started racing. I was like getting cold sweats and like palpitations and just like feeling jittery and shaky, and I was like, oh my god. The only thing I could compare it to is like if I would like nail a whole bag of Haribo while I was back here, and I don't do that because it doesn't make me feel good. But I literally just had an Activia yogurt and some jam on toast, and like why did I feel like that? It didn't make any sense. And then like it wasn't until a couple of days had passed where I'd actually figured out that the high fructose corn syrup is the only thing that was different and in all the foods that made me feel like that. At one point I was like, I've heard about this, but it's probably just another type of sugar, so it wouldn't make sense for it to have a really adverse reaction. Just doesn't make sense. So I kept eating it, and then I kept getting the bad feeling, and I was like, oh, okay. I even had it in the airport on the way home. It was in the ketchup, and it made me feel like shit.
So interesting.
Yeah.
But then also it's good to be connected to the body in terms of like, okay, actually I want to make decisions that genuinely make me feel better, and that's not coming from a place of like, oh, I'm scared of those foods, or these foods aren't.
Yeah, not scared of it, which is good, because I would have been in the past. Like I was scared of fruit in the past, and also I came home and there was no fear around any foods. I just ate what I wanted, and that was all fine, and it was nice to not feel horrendous after having some regular food. It was an adjustment coming back and getting back into the whole routine of like, I only need to eat when I'm hungry, because when I was in America I had very limited time windows in order to eat, so I wasn't really listening to my hunger cues. There were points where I was starving and I was ignoring my hunger because I was stressed and busy. Day 3, I think, Martin had to tell me to eat because I hadn't been eating. I was just feeling horrendous, and then I started eating properly. I started having like porridge. I got some bananas. I had that in the morning and just started to plan in more food, and I started to feel better. That was a bit of a slip up though, but it's just the stress. Okay, I finished doing a fair amount of work, but I'm also absolutely exhausted again now, but like mentally exhausted rather than physically exhausted. I'm just kind of sleepy, and I think that's good because it's getting into the evening a little bit more. Well, it's nearly 5 o'clock. I've got to leave at 5:30 to go to my mental health meeting, and I've been struggling to think about tea. I don't want to have what I planned to have, which was chicken and broccoli and mushrooms and like potatoes. I was going to have a full meal, but after having my intuitive eating meeting and like talking about it, we also spoke about like the whole girl dinner trend and how empowering in a way that has been for me to realise that I don't always want a full meal. Sometimes I just want snacks, and right now I feel like I just want some snacks. And it's an awkward time because I've got to leave at 5:30, and I'm usually not hungry until like 6 or 7, but then I won't get home until like after 8 o'clock, and by that time I'm starving. So I think what I'm gonna do is just like have some snacks. I've put some chicken thighs in anyway. I'm gonna have a bit of a snack on that, and maybe have some when I get back. Just have like bits, because that is listening to my body, and I'm eating food that is good and nutritious for me, but I'm also listening to my body and not forcing myself to eat a whole meal when I don't really want one. And that is definitely a huge part of like healing my relationship with food. Has this day so far of pulling my life together been successful? Yes. I feel a lot better. You can probably tell how much better I feel. I feel like there's still a lot to do. Like there's parts of the house that are still a mess, and I definitely need to get out and go for a walk tomorrow or something. I need to spend a little bit more time outside, and I think that'll fend off the jet lag. I also need to have like a night off my phone. I've got like a little prison cell, I'll show you. there's my little phone jail, and I put my phone in there so I don't have to be on it, and that is really helpful. And I've also not really been on my phone today, which has been really good. I might do a few more of these videos. This has really helped, actually. It's been so good kind of pulling myself together a little bit and actually doing stuff that is good for my mental health. I'm gonna leave the video here because obviously I can't vlog any of my mental health meeting. I might tell you on another day how that kind of thing goes and how it's helping me and my journey with my mental health over the last couple of months. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. I've been putting in a lot of things that have really helped. If you're interested at all in the history of my relationship with food and how I feel about all of that now, then definitely watch this video next. It's quite an emotional one, but I feel like it's a really important topic. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!